Come here, soldier. Tie this animal back up.
All right, Sergeant Carmody. Keep these horses from breaking up my boat. I'll hold you personally responsible.
Couldn't be helped, Captain. Maybe that horse senses Indians.
Indian?
Yeah. He's been tracking us for the past half an hour. He'll follow us every twist and turn all the way up the Missouri.
Why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
What for? Can you do? He's there. He's following us.
Captain, what commotion?
Oh, just a couple of horses got loose in the cargo deck, that's all.
Well, I'm scared stiff. What with the Indians and all?
Indians? Why, there's only one.
Oh, no, you look right over there.
There's five of them. When did the others get here?
A few minutes ago. Oh, Captain, is something wrong?
Wrong? No, no.
Well, I've seen Indians before at Fort Omaha, but I've never seen anything like this. They don't even look at us. They just follow.
Well, let's just say they're going in the same direction. Nothing to worry about. Hey, if you'll excuse me, ladies.
Well, I don't care. I'm scared.
You're a guard unit now. When we get up there, you'll be a regular army again. So remember, you'll be the last outpost on the Missouri. If you see Indian, don't forget for a minute. He's your enemy. He's a Stone Age savage. Dirty, ragged, hostile. To him, you're just a scalp. Don't you forget it for a minute. You're a dead man. Any questions? Attention. Dismissed.
Sergeant, I want to know what's going on.
I don't think I understand, Captain.
You hired us to carry rifles and ammunition. There was no mention of an Indian war, not even a hint of it. Those Sioux warriors out there are painted for trouble.
I'm not at liberty to discuss it with you, Captain Holden.
All right, then let's understand one another. At the first sight of any hostile action against my boat, I cancel a contract and turn back. Now, is that perfectly clear?
Perfectly clear, Captain. Good day.
Oh, may we join you, Captain?
Oh, ladies. Yes, of course. I welcome a little congenial company for a change. Sit down. Do you ladies like a little coffee?
Oh, no, not for me, thank you.
All right.
Do you think we'll arrive at the fort on schedule, Captain?
Well, there's no reason why we shouldn't. Oh, we may be a few hours late, but then that's not bad for a tricky river like the Missouri. Hey, what are you two ladies going to do up there?
Well, there's a dance hall up near the fort.
And?
Kitty's looking for a husband.
Ma'am, I beg your pardon, but, do you know what the frontier army is like?
Well, I've met plenty of soldiers before, Captain. Well, I worked in a dance hall near Westport, and there was a whole garrison out there. Some of them are real nice.
If I were you, I'd turn around and go right back downriver. You spend much time in an army camp, you won't find anything except trouble.
I can take care of myself, Captain.
Just trying to shoot me a couple Indians.
What's going on here?
Your hate campaign seems to be quite effective, Sergeant. Your boy here just tried to get himself an Indian.
Well, I was just trying
That's enough, Corporal. Go to your quarters.
Yes, sir. All right, men, back to work. There's nothing to look at here. Maybe you don't know it, Sergeant, but the Indians are like anybody else. They don't like to be shot at.
Don't tell me about Indians, Captain.
Well, maybe somebody ought to.
They lifted my hair, but I lived through it. No. Don't tell me about Indians.
I'm sorry about that. But that doesn't change anything. My getting you to Fort Union on schedule depends on having as few incidents as we can. You keep riling them up out there, and they're liable to jump us at Atkins Landing.
We won't make any stops.
And just what do you propose to burn for steam? Straw? We'll load wood at Atkins Landing this afternoon. It'll take about 40 minutes. May I remind you of something, Sergeant? You may run this part of the Army, but I run this boat.
Still no sign of life?
Oh, no, give him another blast.
Aye, sir.
Shake him up again, Mr. Travis.
Right, sir.
Maybe Homer didn't hear the whistle?
Yeah, and maybe he knows about the Indians and headed south. All right, throw those lines secure and tie them fast. I'm going into the cabin. Keep the Army on board here. I don't want one of those hothead soldiers mistaking me for an Indian, huh?
Right.
Hello there. Homer! Homer Atkins!
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High
Homer Atkins!
shall abide in the shelter of the Lord. For he is my refuge, my fortress, my God. In him I will trust. All right, I think that's enough for now, Abby. You run along into your room.
Yes, Papa.
Well, Captain?
Everybody deaf around here? Didn't you hear my whistle? We need wood.
Yes, we heard you. But I told the Kesslers to stay in their cabin. The wood is outside, and the hay is in the barn. Help yourself.
All right, Homer. What's the trouble?
You're bringing soldiers upriver. That means more fighting, more killing.
How did you know I was carrying soldiers?
Mirrors. The Indians flash word from one hill to another faster than a bird can fly. Food, medicine, and guns.
It's a small guard unit. There'll be no trouble.
They're boiling over. They're sending out for all the sub-chiefs and all their clans. And they will sweep over this country like a norther.
Are you sure of that?
I am sure.
All right, you tell the people in the other cabin to get their things together. You do the same. We'll take you both downriver.
Thought you were going up to the fort.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Great. Everything all right?
No, everything's not all right. Tell Carney to keep her hot. We're pulling out.
All right, sir.
If we're not getting any help here, you better get up a crew and get that wood aboard.
Yes, sir. We got trouble.
We've been taking Ben like sheep to a slaughter. Indians on the rampage up north.
Figured the sergeant knew.
I know he knew all along. We're turning around. We're going back.
Take him to the water trough, give him a drink, then lead him around.
Who told you to take those horses off the boat?
I know my job, Captain. The horses need exercise.
Take them back on board. We're turning around, going back to St. Louis.
You can't do that.
You got a choice to make. You can either go back downriver with us, or you can take your supplies ashore here. It's only about a day's ride to the fort. If you're lucky, you can get there in time for the battle.
You know then.
Homer Atkins was good enough to tell me that's more than I can say for you.
It makes no difference about us. Those supplies have to get upriver.
Well, then get somebody else to do it, not me. I'm not risking the enterprise.
You leave me no choice, Captain. The lives of a great many men depend on those supplies. I'm declaring martial law.
Martial law?
I'm taking your boat into official custody.
He's hurt pretty bad.
All right.
How many did they get?
I don't know about the crew, but they got a couple of the soldiers.
Huh? Think that's it? Yeah, for now, maybe.
They move fast.
Yeah, testing their courage. Bunch of young bucks, probably.
What do we do now?
Get that wood on board as fast as we can.
I don't see how we can go up and leave these people, Gray.
We'll take everyone with us who wants to go, but I'm not getting mixed up in the Army's troubles. We've got enough of our own. Post a guard, get that wood on board.
All right.
Hey, mister.
Yeah?
We got to get in that boat with you.
All right.
My name's Kessler. This is my wife and my son.
I'm Joshua. Got room for one more?
Of course. You better get your things together and get on board right away.
Joshua, I can't go. I gotta find Andy Jackson.
Andy Jackson? Who's he talking about?
Well, that's a very important person to him. That's his dog.
Oh, don't worry about your dog, Sonny. I'll find him for you.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise. Now go on, scoot.
You get on the boat with the Kesslers, and they'll look after you.
Aren't you coming, Papa?
Yes, yes, of course, but there's a few things I got to do first. You know your Papa loves you very much, don't you?
But, Papa...
No, you run along. Be quick about it.
Come on, shall we have a look around the riverboat? Come on, Chip.
You won't forget my dog.
I won't forget, son.
Come on, Chip.
You intend to stay, don't you?
This is my home. My wife Eve and I built it with our own hands, out of the wilderness.
And what about the Indians?
Well, the main tribe's further north. I don't think they'll bother with me.
If you're so sure, why'd you send your daughter aboard?
So she could come back one day. I'll make my peace with this tribe. They know me.
That's the way you feel about it, all right. You need ammunition?
No, I'm not going to fight them. They know I won't cause them any trouble.
I'm not going to argue with you. And what about...
Mrs. Kessler.
help you get them aboard.
No, they're dead.
Get on the boat.
Don't go out there, Master Chip.
Where are they?
They'll be all right.
They're probably coming on board this very minute, Billy.
Chip,
If you want me to, I'll show you how to make the cat in the cradle. And I'm worried about Andy Jackson, too.
Get another line! It's Travis! It's Travis, cast off!
Sir, we haven't got enough wood to cast off.
We'll make do. Check the aft lines. All lines clear, men!
Full steam ahead, Connie.
Let it go, Captain.
No, that's all the kid has left.
All right.
Go find him, Andy.
Andy! Where's Mom and Pop?
Chipper.
They're not coming, are they?
You're gonna be all right. I'll get you some water. Lola and I brought all the wounded in here. I hope it's all right.
Of course, of course.
Oh, except Sergeant Carmody. He's in your cabin. He's asking to talk to you.
Kitty, are you all right?
Fine. Thank you.
I'll see to the sergeant.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that he was so young.
This country doesn't put a premium on being young. I was looking for the children.
Those your children?
Little girl is mine.
Oh, I put them in a cabin with a man named Joshua.
Oh, I'm much obliged. You, look like you need some help in here. And the first thing I'm going to do is get you some coffee. Look like you could use it.
Good, thank you.
My name is Homer Atkins.
My name's Kitty Duran.
Fine, Kitty.
you look tired. Go get some rest. I'll take over.
Thank you.
Sergeant. Sergeant.
moving that way.
Sergeant.
Oh, Captain.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. My dispatch case there in the chair. You give it to me. Captain, when you get to the fort, see that Colonel Simmons gets it. Intelligence plans, orders, all that.
I hate to disappoint you, Sergeant, but we're turning back.
Oh. I see. You get Corporal Jenkins in here.
Thomas, Corporal Jenkins in here on the double.
Aye, aye, sir. Must be nice, Captain. Having no loyalties.
I don't know any man like that, Sergeant. You did what you had to do. Now I got to do the same. I've got loyalties. You may not like them, but I've got them.
Corporal,
Yes, sir?
come in here. Corporal, the captain will put you ashore. You get to the fort the best way you can. Give this to Colonel Simmons. It's up to you now, Corporal.
I can't go, Sarge.
What do you mean you can't go?
I ain't your man, Sarge. The first sign of killing, I ran. I'm sick, Sarge.
Not sick. Yeller.
I know it. I'm scared. I'm so scared I can't walk. They kill me out there, Sarge.
Yes, they probably would. Sue can smell a coward in the dark. I'll do it myself.
Is he dead? Is old Sarge dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Sorry, Sarge. I'm sorry.
Only the half, Connie. Let the current do the work. How much wood we got in hours?
15, 16 maybe.
How many hours if you were against the current?
Against the current.
Yeah, that's what I say.
We'd have to pull on full power. We'd be out of wood by morning sometime.
What's the nearest grove above Atkins?
About 30 miles. The chopper on wood, there's no station there. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about those 500 soldiers and wondering if they're worth the gamble.
Uh-huh.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's turn this scow around, boy. No sense in wasting steam.
Full steam ahead, Connie. We're going back upriver.
How are they?
As well as can be expected, I guess. It's the boy I'm worried about.
couldn't get him to eat his breakfast.
Huh? Where is he?
He's right outside the door, he's sitting there.
How's Andy Jackson this morning?
He's fine.
Huh? Well, that's good. That's just fine. Hey, Chip, I'd like to ask your advice about something.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, we're kind of short-handed right now. And I need somebody to carry water down to the men in the boiler room and, fetch me my charts from my cabin and help Mr. Fraser out in the pilot house, you know, things like that. It's very important work.
Yes, sir.
Well, you wouldn't know anybody who could do a job like that, would you? Well, I know that you're very busy and everything.
Do you want me to help?
Well, do you think you can find the time?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's great. That's just great. I guess you start out by helping Mr. Fraser up in the pilot house, huh? So you can help him look for Indians. I'm sorry I said that, Jim.
Are we going to see more Indians?
Well, maybe. I don't know. You're not afraid of them, are you?
Yes, sir. I guess I am.
Well, it's not bad to be afraid, Chip. All of us are afraid of something or other, I reckon. See, I don't like fire on a boat, for instance. It scares me. But when you grow up to be a man, well, then you have to realize that sometimes you have to keep going, regardless of how you feel. Can you understand that, Chip?
I think so. It isn't easy to be a man, is it?
No, sometimes it sure isn't. But just because it isn't easy, don't you let that stop you from being a man. You understand?
All right.
All right. Now, then you report up to Mr. Fraser up in the pilot house, huh?
Do you suppose I could take Andy Jackson with me?
Well, I don't see why not. But before you go, you stop down in the galley, huh? A man can't do a full day's work on an empty stomach.
Yes, sir.
The bunch we ran into yesterday are signaling the main camp.
How come you know so much about Indians?
I did some trading with them for a time. Back when this country was what I really call country. There's too many people now. A man can't breathe.
Oh.
I reckon I'd better fix up a muster roll of the men you've got to fight with, Captain.
What do you know about muster rolls?
War of 1812, Captain. General Jackson wouldn't have got very far without me.
General Jackson?
You're provoking a fight by taking this boat upriver, Captain. It's a Sioux River. They feel like they own it.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to take our chances, I guess.
They only want to be left alone. I wouldn't have lost either if I'd learned that a lot sooner.
What, your wife?
Yes.
What does she have to do with it?
Well, she paid for my mistake. One night an Indian came to our door, drunk, wanting a handout. Eva was going to feed him. But I threw him out. There was a fight, and he shot Eva before I killed him. She fell in my arms, Captain. Took her 3 days to die.
You can't blame yourself for that.
I raised my hand against my fellow man, and I was punished, but no more.
Homer, we're going to need every able-bodied man we have on board this boat.
Well, you can count me out.
Papa! Kitty and me saw a great big catfish. It was this long and this wide around. And Kitty said it me out.
Whoa. Well, I'm much obliged to you for taking care of her.
Oh, well, you're certainly welcome. I enjoyed it.
Well, Homer, you better get her off the deck, huh? The channel cuts close to shore here. They may be lying in wait for us.
All right. Come along. Thank you.
I don't want your men to break out some axes. We got to get those rifle cases open. In a hurry now. Hop to it. Mr. Travis, you'll save time if you let me handle it. Those army rifle crates are mighty tough to crack. I've had experience. All right, come on, they're all yours.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just setting out these water buckets in case the Indians decide to burn the boat. You know, if they can't take the supplies, they'll try to destroy them.
What are you going to do now? Nothing to burn your place.
Go back, I guess.
Out here?
It's where I belong.
What's going to happen to your little girl? Who's going to teach you how to read and write?
Oh, she don't need to know them things.
Well, of course she does, Mr. Atkins. Anymore, you can't get anywhere without knowing how to read and write.
Well, there's no sense in arguing the point here.
You know what's the matter with you?
There's a lot of things wrong with me.
That's what's the matter with you. You talk like an old man, and you're a young man.
You just don't understand.
Yes, I do. I don't know exactly what happened to you, but I know that if a man is really a man, he stands up to life.
Well, there's too much fighting in this world as it is.
But you was the wrong kind, not half enough of the right, I'd say. Mr. Atkins, time's running out. Think about it.
Ben, you're headed for shore! What's happening up there?
I didn't have enough steam to hold in the current.
Well, you put us in the mud. It's gonna take a lot of power to back off. We'll have to cut wood now.
Captain, the Indians.
Well, this is what they've been waiting for.
Nothing's gonna stop them now. Nothing.
All right, Robbie, pick up the axes.
Get a boy.
You soldiers, supposed to start out beyond those bushes. On the double. Ben, tell Connie to bank the fires. Get the engine crew out here on the double.
No need to bank the fires, Gray. Connie just burned the last stick of wood.
All right, get on here. I'm going ashore.
Right.
Oh, Captain, Lola's watching the children. They're in the salon with the wounded.
That's fine. The wood party will keep an eye on the boat. Rusty. Better hang on to this. You know how to handle one of these things?
No, but I can figure it out. I can be pretty resourceful when I have to be.
I'm sure you can.
Captain, would you keep an eye on Homer Atkins?
Of course.
Good luck.
What was that all about?
Our little dancing girl is becoming a woman. Beginning to make domestic clucking sounds.
I won't fight, Captain.
All right, Homer, all right. We need somebody to guard the riverside of the boat in case they decide to attack from there.
No, they won't. The current's too strong for swimming. And the hunk of power and canoe people. I won't fight him, Captain, but I can swing an axe as well as the next man.
Good, good, Homer. We need all the help we can get. Go pick yourself out an axe, huh? Oh, Carney, come here. Only cut enough wood to get out of here and pull us into the fort.
Do I have to take him with me?
Well, of course. Why not?
He said he's going to give me lessons on how to swing an axe.
Take him with you, Carney. You might learn something new. All right, everybody on the double.
You shouldn't be out here in the open.
Lola's taking care of the children. I'm all right.
No, that's not the point.
What is it?
Well, I've been thinking about what you said, and it makes a lot of sense. Oh, I'm not talking about myself. I'm thinking about Abby. Now, if anything happens to me, well, I'd be much obliged if you'd see to it that she got an education.
Nothing's going to happen to you.
Sir, we saw some dust over that hill. Want me to take a look? No, when they're ready, they'll come to us.
Here they come.
Hold your fire. Canny old devil, isn't he? He stays just outside our range and make the rest of his tribe think he's invincible.
They're leaving. No, they're not going to charge us down here in the open. They'll probably float it down through the trees. Stay put.
Well, we'll stand a better chance if we spread out. Over this way, boys.
You got any extra ammunition?
Well, there's no such thing as extra. Not here.
Thanks. Hit us hard, Gray.
Travis!
I don't believe it. Carney, you better check and see if we got enough wood to get going, huh?
We haven't even got enough to fire the boilers.
Joshua, we'd better throw up some kind of breastworks around here. It'll give us a little protection. Anyway. And you'd better move the women and children and the wounded men off the boat.
Off the boat?
Off the boat.
Will it be safer there?
Not on a tinder box that can't move.
All right, Captain.
Andy Jackson! Andy! There you are! Come on, Tim!
Connie! Connie! Yes, sir. How many cases of gunpowder we got left?
2.5.
Well, one should be sufficient. Bring that up and link the fuse to me on the double.
You gonna set a trap?
That's a general idea.
Aye, sir.
Soldier! You're the only one left on his feet. I need some help.
All right.
The odds are pretty bad. 100 to 1, maybe. You still want to do it?
Yes, sir.
Ben! Hey, Ben, I want you to do something for me.
Anything at all?
You better mean that. If they break through, if there isn't any chance, I want you to... I want you to fire the boat.
You what?
We mustn't let those supplies get into their hands. Thanks, Bunny. Homer, stay with the women and children. You live with the Indians, you know what they're like. Don't let them take anybody alive.
I understand.
I want to apologize, Captain. Old Sarge. I still don't know why I done it. But I've been doing a lot of thinking. We're all gonna die someday, I reckon.
I reckon.
Miss Lola, the Indians won't hurt Andy Jackson, will they?
Why, honey, nobody want to hurt a cute dog like that.
Anyway, I'm gonna find a place to hide him.
You've been very lonely, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. But But then I didn't have any hopes. Guess that was my trouble.
You have hopes now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad.
Yeah, for the first time in years, I feel at peace with myself, you know what I mean? And if things had been different, well, after a while, I would have asked you to marry me.
I would have said yes.
You would, really?
Well, I would love being your wife. I guess it sounds a little silly coming from me. They're gonna attack again?
I don't know.
But you're gonna fight, huh?
Man has to do what he can.
Which log that medicine man stopped at the last time?
On top of that one.
All right, now, I won't be able to see him come over the hill. You give me a whistle.
All right.
To get to that log before it blows. Look, he stopped at the wrong log. It's not gonna work. I can make it. I can make it work. Failed again. No, you didn't. Look.
How do you feel? Just like a man.
Ben, we'll be pulling into Fort Union in about 10 minutes. Have the men stand by for landing.
I've already passed the word.
They're passing you a compliment, Captain.
Oh?
They're calling you Big Thunder. They won't want any more of you for a while. It seems kind of a shame, though, after all those fine breastworks I threw up.
Captain.
Huh? Oh,
Could I ask you a question?
yes, of course. Excuse me.
Well, I wondered if you'd mind doing us a favor since you were the captain of the boat.
Why, anything at all.
Well, after the cargo's unloaded, would you have time to perform a
wedding ceremony?
I'd be delighted.
Thank you. Come there.
Here's your coffee, Captain, sir.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm your cabin boy, officially.
Officially? Who hired you?
I hired him.
Oh, you hired him.
Hey, it's a downright disgrace for a fine boat like this to run without a cabin boy. A big two-stack stern wheeler like this has to have a cabin boy. It's the rules of the river.
And what do you know about the rules of the river?
I was first mate in a Memphis Belle for 2 years. We're about to dock. I've got to see if the crew's ready. Stand by for landing.
Who hired you?
Stand to your lines, you lovers. Look sharp, we're coming in.
Aye, aye, sir.
Stand to your lines. We're not playing games.
Aye, aye, sir.
Awful big boat, Captain.
Forward line. Forward line's clear.
Yeah, it's a big boat.
Come on, you roustabout.
Stand to your lines.
All right, now, Captain boy, I take cream in my coffee. Don't ever forget it.
Yes, sir.
Up to it, lad.